Welcome to my first rebuild here on Madden 19. I'm going to be doing the Raiders. I think they have an interesting team, and I like a lot of the pieces here. Derek Carr is a very good quarterback, 27 years old, star development. He's going to stay on the team for as long as I can keep him. Marshawn Lynch, I think I'm going to trade because I want to upgrade my running back position for sure. Amari Cooper is going to be the number 1 receiver probably for the rest of the rebuild, if not the number 2. Jordy Nelson's here as well. He's not a bad player. He will probably get traded just because he's pretty old. Martavis Bryant they got during the draft, if I'm not mistaken. Not bad at all, 26 years old. Normal development. He has very good stats, but, you know, the Steelers didn't seem to like him all that much. I think it might have had to do with some, like, attitude issues or something. I really am not entirely sure. This offensive line is very good, though. Donald Penn, Clechio Assembly, Rodney Hudson, and Gabe Jackson make for some very, very good offensive linemen. I will probably need a new left tackle, so I might try to trade for one as soon as possible because Donald Penn will likely retire. Jared Cook, though, is a starting tight end. I do want to switch that for sure. And then here in the defense, of course, they have one of the best defensive players in the NFL in Khalil Mack. At least his team is set up as a 4-3. That makes some sense. But Khalil Mack is super, super talented. I'm really excited to have him, you know, in a rebuild here. Carl Joseph is not a bad strong safety. Does he have better coverage stats now? Because I know last year it was terrible. 70 zone, 63 man. They're definitely better, but still not, you know, perfect. Marcus Gilchrist is the starting free safety. We'll probably get rid of him. Rashawn Melvin's an 86 overall. I think that makes me want to keep him. My game's kind of lagging a little bit. 28 years old, 86 overall. I will definitely keep him for at least 1 year. Gary Conley was a rookie last year. Bruce Irvin's not terrible. Justin Ellis, I think. Mario Edwards, not horrible either. Linebacker core is rather old. Tahir Whitehead, I think, is probably the youngest, you know, like, good linebacker that we have. He's 28 years old. I can definitely keep him for 1 year. Derek Johnson, Cowser, I definitely probably want to replace. He's a second-year player. He's not very good. So let me get into some trades. Justin Ellis, a second-round draft pick, and Frosty Rucker for Devontae Freeman. I'm giving the Jets Bruce Irvin, Donald Penn, and Doug Martin for their first-round draft pick. Markel Lee, Derek Johnson, and Jalen Richard for Danny Shelton. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, but Mario Edwards Jr. and Marcus Gilchrist for Ryan Shazier. Atiba Rubin, Jared Cook, and Eddie Vanderdoes from Michael Brockers. I think I'm going to throw him to defensive tackle as well. Marshawn Lynch, DeAndre Washington, and Denver Kirkland for the Buccaneers first-round draft pick. Seth Roberts and Tank Carradine for the Ravens first-round draft pick. Reggie Nelson, Lee Smith, and a third-round draft pick for the Bills first-rounder. Obi Melifonwu and EJ Manuel for Ali Marpet. I'm going to be signing 2 free agents, I think. At least 2. Trey Boston is one of them because he's an 84 overall. He actually has quick development, which is interesting. He's going to definitely play free safety for this team. And then I also want... The requested league is temporarily unavailable. Please try again later. What? Okay, anyway, I'm going to sign him, and then I'm also going to sign a cornerback. Is it going to let me do anything? Alright, well, I'll be back because my game froze. Alright, that's cool. There we go. I'm finally back in. But I'm also going to be signing Kayvon Webster. He was a popular player that I'd go after, you know, my realistic rebuilds at the end of Madden 18. So I'm going to take him on this team too, if I can. Do I not have enough money for it or something? No, I hit no by accident. There we go. He's going to be on the team too. I'm also going to be signing Orleans Darkwa, just kind of as a backup running back. He's not bad whatsoever. Here is the team heading into the first season. I think we've upgraded quite a bit. Derek Carr is still here, but now we have Devontae Freeman. He's going to be a very good running back for us. Amari Cooper and Jordy Nelson are still the number 1 and number 2 wide receivers. Martavis Bryant is going to be in the slot there. Rodney Hudson, I moved the left tackle. He actually went down in overall, but I still think this is the best move. Clechio Assembly starting at left guard. Ali Marpet slid over to center. Gabe Jackson's at right guard. And then Miller is at right tackle. Carrier is our starting tight end currently. That's going to be changed in the draft for sure. And then here in the defense, we got Ryan Shazier at middle linebacker, Tahir Whitehead starting at left outside linebacker. That's where I want him. And then Cowser starting at right outside linebacker. It says he's a left there. I'm just going to let it go as it is. Carl Joseph and Trey Boston make for the safeties. They're actually pretty good there. Didn't Trey Boston get signed by the Cardinals? I think he did. I don't know why he's still in free agency. Whatever. Rashawn Melvin, Kayvon Webster, and Gary and Conley make up the cornerback core. And this D-line's actually pretty decent. We just really need a right end. I'm going to start Arden Key there because he is a rookie. I want to see what, you know, what he can do. Michael Brockers and Danny Shelton make up the defensive tackles. I wanted to start Maurice Hurst. I feel kind of bad after I, like, traded for both of those guys, but I didn't want to trade for someone and then just trade them away immediately. And I did not want to trade him, so it's just kind of how it goes. And then Khalil Mack, of course, is starting at the left end position. I think this team's actually pretty good. I'm going to mess with the experience sliders because you can still do that. I think I'm still going to put them all at 150 and just see how that plays up. Then I'll see you at the midseason. We are actually undefeated at the midseason mark. We are 7-0. The 49ers are 4-4. Of course, we are on top of the division. The Chiefs are 5-3, Chargers 4-3, and then the Broncos are 2-6. A bunch of people have like skill point upgrade things, whatever these are called. Amari Cooper actually has 2. That's pretty cool. Most of the offensive line has 1. Nice to see there. And then here on the defense, anybody have more than 1? No. Carl Joseph actually does. The midseason recaps are probably going to be a lot shorter now because I don't have to read off all the experience. But we have to bring back Khalil Mack here. That's going to be fun. Why is he not first? Doesn't matter. I definitely want him back. Danny Shelton, Ali Marpet, Khalil Mack. I'll probably bring back Rashawn Melvin as well. Martavis Bryant, I guess I'll give a contract to. Giorgio Tavecchio, maybe. A lot of players here who I want to bring back. We have $81 million in cap room to bring people back, though. So Danny Shelton's going to come back to the team. My computer made a noise. Apparently, I'm running on low disk space, so that's pretty interesting. Let's go with Ali Marpet now. I think it said I'm out of disk space, or like I'm running on low, or something like that. Ali Marpet, definitely coming back to the team. There we go. Khalil Mack, this is going to be a hefty contract. How is he a 95 speed rusher? He used to be like a 98 in all of these. I feel like he should be a 99. That's just me. But Khalil Mack is coming back to the team. There we go. Rashawn Melvin, I do want to bring back. He's a talented corner. He's decently old, but he's still pretty good. He can be at least the number 2 corner for us. Like if we, end up getting a different one in free agency or something. Martavis Bryant, I will bring you back to the team. Even though I kind of want to replace him, he's still not super expensive, so it's not the end of the world. We also still have a good amount of money left. And then Giorgio Tavecchio is not a bad kicker, so I want to bring him back too. He's also super cheap, and that looks nothing like him. Interesting, but he's coming back to the team. We made the playoffs going 10-6. We actually did not play too well at the end of the season. The Patriots also went 10-6. The Chiefs won the division going 11-5. The Chargers 9-7, and the Broncos 4-12. Top 3 teams were very close. Let's check out our schedule, though. 2-2 in the preseason. We won the opening 7 games, lost 3 in a row, beat the Ravens, then lost 2, beat the Bengals and the Broncos, and then lost to the Chiefs. Started off so strong and ended, not that well. But Derek Carr had 3,821 yards, 24 touchdowns, 13 picks. Not a fantastic season, but still not horrible. Devontae Freeman went off, 1,551 yards, 10 touchdowns. Did not fumble once either. Orleans Darkwa had 2 rushing touchdowns. Jordy Nelson had 86 catches, 774 yards. Amari Cooper, 893 yards, 6 touchdowns. Martavis Bryant, 4 touchdowns. Derek Carrier actually had 5. Not a terrible season there. Sacks, 18 from Rodney Hudson is actually quite a bit. 14 from Colton Miller is a lot as well, and then 10 from Cleochio Assembly is a little more than what I would have liked. 123 tackles though from Ryan Shazier, 101 from Tahir Whitehead. We got 10 tackles for loss from Maurice Hurst, and my computer keeps making noises. Let me mute it. There we go. If I mute it, we should be good. 10 tackles for loss from Maurice Hurst. Wait, how did he play? Danny Shelton didn't play? Why did that happen? Okay, well, he had 19 tackles. I don't know. Whatever. Maurice Hurst did pretty well, I guess. 16.5 sacks, though, from Khalil Mack is, quite a good season. 6.5 from Arden Key. Not the worst. 2 picks from Rashawn Melvin, and then 1 from Ryan Shazier, Tahir Whitehead, Carl Joseph, Trey Boston, and Shalom Luani. Okay. Check out any touchdowns. We have at least 1, and it's from Rashawn Melvin. We actually have another one, though, from Trey Boston. That's pretty cool. Second in the NFL in offense, with 5,725 yards. Okay. And then 4th in the NFL in defense. Okay, this team actually played very well. Aaron Rodgers does win MVP. Devontae Freeman comes in 6th. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Le'Veon Bell. Devontae Freeman, though, is in there at number 3. Nobody else from the Raiders. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack, makes it at number 4. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Chris Warren III. Wins it at number 9. Who actually is in there at number 9? Josh Allen actually won. Baker Mayfield came in 2nd. Lamar Jackson came in 3rd. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Tremaine Edmonds. We got Arden Key and Maurice Hurst in there at number 7 and number 8. Okay, so not horrible. Let's check out, the experience points, all that good stuff. 2 from Derek Carr, 2 from Devontae Freeman. I don't see anybody. Actually, I was going to say I don't see anybody with more than 2, but Amari Cooper has 4. Martavis Bryant has 1. Jordy Nelson has 1 as well. And then on the defense, I don't know why Danny Shelton did not play much. Whatever, Maurice Hurst has 2 of them. Carl Joseph has 4. Garion Conley only has 1. Okay, so let me spend these quick. Here's a look at the team before we sim by this playoff game against the Patriots. No one really went up that much, but it's kind of hard to upgrade players in this game because you pretty much get like 1 overall point, per skill point. So Amari Cooper went up to a 90. Devontae Freeman is up to a 95 with confidence. The offense is looking pretty good. On the defense here, Carl Joseph is now an 87. Ryan Shazier is an 89 with confidence. Trey Boston is an 86. Not bad at all. So Let's sim by this week against the Patriots. You can see the overall over on the side, what we were. We were like an 84. And we lost that game. That's a bit annoying, but it's okay. At least we made the playoffs our first season here. Let's check out the score. Probably wasn't too close. Actually, it was really close. 30-24, only a one-possession game. We can now negotiate with Ryan Shazier, Trey Boston, and Kayvon Webster. I think I'm going to bring all those guys back. Maybe not Kayvon Webster, the more I think about it, because we don't have too much money. And I'm okay with the corners that we have. Ryan Shazier is coming back. I do want Trey Boston, though, because he is a very good safety. He's an 86 overall. He's coming back to the team as well. So let's see who is here in free agency. Hopefully there's like a decent corner, because I do want to get a better guy. That's why I was okay with letting go of Kayvon Webster. Because like I'm fine with who I have to play the nickel if I can find a better corner. $16.63 million to spend. Delaney Walker is the top player, but Trevor Williams is here, but he's getting 126 points from the Redskins. I cannot afford that many points. Trent Brown is not bad, 84 overall. He could be, you know, a potential player to go after. Dante Fowler is not bad either, and I can use another defensive end. I could go after Kayvon Webster if I want. I'll let you know who I get. I went after Brian Body Calhoun, and we did get him. I also went after Trent Brown, but he rejected our contract, which is a bit annoying. My first pick in this draft is going to Ali Hollowell. He ran a 4.24 40. That is ridiculous. He has an insane 3-cone, an insane 20-yard shuttle. Not the best coverage stats, but we can definitely work around those. He is an 80 overall. Well, let me see his speed. 97 speed. 82 man, 76 zone, 79 press. This guy is ridiculous. I'm going to be selecting Wyatt Linkenbach here. He's supposed to be a mid-first round talent, but he looks ridiculously good, and I really, really want him. 21 years old, out of Alabama, running a 4.59 40. He is super athletic, you know, for being a tight end. Let's select him here. He's an 80 overall with quick development. Check out his stats, though. 86 speed, 81 catching, 77 short route running, 80 medium route running, and 81 acceleration. Not bad at all. I'm going to be trading away this draft pick here to try to get some stuff for next year. That would be nice. There's a first rounder next year from the Titans and a fifth this year. I might just take that to keep it simple. A second and a third next year along with a second this year. I don't really need that draft pick this year. A first next year from the Lions. I want a little more than that, I guess. A first from the Cowboys. I'm just going to take this one with the Titans. Just keep it nice and simple. Actually, yeah, I don't have too many players scouted in the later rounds, so I'll take it with the Titans. With this pick, I'm going with Marvin Larimore. Supposed to be a late first-round talent. I'm taking him at like the 12th or 13th pick or something like that. I think this guy is going to be good enough. Not very fast, but other than that, he had a great combine, and he has very good top 3 skills. This guy is an 83 overall with superstar development. He was ranked number 1 in the entire draft, and we took him not at number 1. That's going to be messed up for a while, I guess, but he's an 83 overall. 79 speed is not great, but 90 tackling at 90 hit power, 87 acceleration, 86 pursuit. This guy is very, very good. I'm going to go with Sanchez Matthews here. I need a wide receiver, and this guy looks pretty decent. He has a very good combine. His grade was like a 7.4, which is not bad whatsoever. He has pretty good stats as well. He's an 80 overall with star development. This guy is really good. He's going to play, I think, where Martavis Bryant played. I might try to replace Jordy Nelson, because I just think that's wise at this point. But this guy's definitely going to play. I'm going to trade away this first-round draft pick as well, because I don't really have anything to do. Why did I get that update right? I'm playing Madden? It doesn't matter. I'm just going to try to trade this away for some stuff next year, because I have nobody else that I really want to select right now. Actually, I could select a running back. I'm going to do that the more I think about it, just because I want a backup running back who isn't bad. Let's just see who's here. This guy looks decent. Oh, he's really fast, too. Yeah, I'm going to go with this guy, Heath Shaw. 78 overall, quick development, ranked 28th in the entire draft. How fast is he? 93 speed, 90 acceleration, 89 agility. He's pretty good. I only have 2 more players on my watch board, but I'm going to take them both here. Ladarius Evans, he looks really, really good. I don't think there's going to be room for him to play, but I just want to see what he is all about. He's a 75 overall normal development, ranked number 65. I don't know exactly where we took him, but it was not at number 65. He's actually a pretty good player. 92 strength is really good. The last player I'm going to be selecting in this draft is going to be a fullback. I'm going to go with Ace Merciless, because he has B+ lead block. Why not? 73 overall, normal development. He's a good blocking, fullback though. 89 lead block, 83 acceleration, 84 strength. Not horrible. I'm giving the Bengals Jordy Nelson, Martavis Bryant, and I think PJ Hall for William Jackson. I know I just signed Brian Body Calhoun in free agency, but I just traded for William Jackson, so I'm going to trade away Brian Body Calhoun. I'm giving the Vikings him a second and a third rounder for Daniil Hunter. This should not be able to happen, but I'm giving the Golds Garion Conley, Morrow, and Harris for Quentin Nelson. One last trade here, I'm pretty sure. Gabe Jackson, a first-round draft pick, and Connor Cook for Allen Robinson. This is the team heading into the second season. This team is very, very good. I think they can make the playoffs again. Derek Carr, Devontae Freeman, Amari Cooper are all still here. Allen Robinson is now the number 2 wide receiver. Matthews is now the number 3. Rodney Hudson's still the left tackle. Kalichi Assembly is the left guard. Ali Marpet's the center. Quentin Nelson is now the right guard. And then Miller is still the right tackle. Lincoln Bach is starting at tight end for us. I think he can do really well there. And then here on the defense, Carl Joseph and Trey Boston are still the safeties. William Jackson is now the number 1 corner. Rashawn Melvin's the number 2. And Hollowell is the nickel corner. Daniil Hunter, Michael Brockers, Danny Shelton, and Khalil Mack make up the defensive line. Daniil Hunter, of course, is the newest member of all those guys. Larimore, probably our best draft pick, is starting out right outside linebacker. Superstar development as well. He's awesome. Ryan Shazier is the middle linebacker, and then Tahir Whitehead is the left outside linebacker. I think this team is ridiculously good. We are an 89 offense, 95 defense. Hopefully this defense can carry us into the postseason again. We are 5-2 at the midseason mark here. The Chargers are 4-3. For some reason, I almost said Packers. That wasn't even close. The Chargers are in second in the division. The Chiefs are 4-4, and the Broncos are 3-4. This is actually a pretty big game, though, against the Chargers. If we win, we'll pull away a little more. Ali Marpet, Quentin Nelson, and Miller all have a skill point. What's your first name? I need to figure this out. Colton Miller. Why can't I remember that? Amari Cooper and Allen Robinson also have one. And then on the defense, Larimore has 3 already. That is awesome. Ryan Shazier has 1. Carl Joseph 2. Trey Boston 1. William Jackson and Daniil Hunter each have 1. What about Hollowell? He has 1. Yeah, Trey Boston's down there as well. So Rodney Hudson is a player we have to bring back. I kind of want to do this even though he is like 30-something years old. It doesn't matter. I'm still probably going to bring him back. William Jackson, Michael Brockers, and Amari Cooper have to come back first, though. And then Carl Joseph I want to bring back as well. Rodney Hudson is 30 years old, but I definitely want him back on the team. We only actually have like $30 million to spend, so maybe I can't bring back all these people. William Jackson is coming back to the team. Michael Brockers, let's try to get him back. I would love to get everybody back on this team, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Michael Brockers is coming back. Amari Cooper. Ooh, no. I don't think I'm going to be able to bring everybody. Let's see. Amari Cooper is coming back to the team. I want Carl Joseph a bit more than Rodney Hudson, so let's start here with Carl Joseph. He's coming back to the team, and then Rodney Hudson. Do we have enough to bring him in? We actually do. We're just going to have like no money. A 5-year contract at 30 years old. Whatever. He's coming back to the team. We got a first round bye this year. That is awesome to see. We went 11-5. The Chiefs were 9-7. The Chargers were 8-7-1, and then the Broncos were 6-10. That's nice. I'm glad to see that from the team. 3-1 in the preseason. Won the opening 2 games. Lost by the same score to the Chiefs and the Browns. We lost to the Browns. Actually, they're probably pretty good now. That makes sense. Won 3 games in a row. Actually, it's 4 games in a row there. We beat the Chargers at the midseason mark. That's nice to see. Lost to the Packers. That was probably a really boring game. 14-6. Then we beat the Colts. Lost to the Texans. Won 3 more. Lost to the Vikings. And then beat the Jaguars. Okay, so very good season. I think Carson Wentz wins MVP. Yes, he does. Derek Carr, though, under 4,000 yards again, but just barely this time. 30 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. That's a much better season. I'm liking the stats this year, though. It seems like they are just kind of more realistic because, you know, in Madden 18, there would be like 20 quarterbacks who threw for over like 4,300 yards, and that doesn't usually happen. Devontae Freeman, though, 9 touchdowns, 1,345 yards. Heath Shaw had 4 touchdowns and 1 fumble. Amari Cooper gets over 1,000 yards, as does Sanchez Matthews. That's a really good season from him. Allen Robinson didn't really do too much. Wyatt Lincolnbach got 3 touchdowns, but actually did decently well with receptions and yards. Blocking, how was this? 15 sacks lit up from Rodney Hudson isn't great, but everybody else played pretty well. And then here on the defense, 128 tackles from Ryan Shazier, 97 from Tahir Whitehead. Tackles for loss, we got 11 from Michael Brockers, 9 from Khalil Mack, who led our team in sacks once again with 14.5. 7 from Daniil Hunter really isn't too much. 3 picks, though, from Ryan Shazier and William Jackson, 2 from Trey Boston, and then 1 from Rashawn Melvin. Pretty good defensive effort, you know, from the team. We have 1 touchdown, though, from Trey Boston. I think he got 1 last year, too. We were 3rd in the NFL in offense. Maybe top 10 again on defense. We were 13th. Okay, so we just barely missed out on top 10. Carson Wentz does win MVP. Matt Ryan comes in 2nd. Nobody from the Raiders. Saquon Barkley, though, comes in 10th. That's cool to see. Josh Allen comes in 9th. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Forgot what team I was for a second. Tom Brady wins that. Anybody from the Raiders? We actually have Devontae Freeman and Derek Carr, you know, making the list. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Anthony Hitchens, but Ryan Shazier comes in 2nd. Khalil Mack comes in 6th. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Sanchez Matthews comes in 2nd. Reed Christie, I'm not even sure who that guy is, if I'm being honest. And then we got Wyatt Lincolnbach in there and Heath Shaw. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Ali Hollowell comes in 4th. It would be cool if he could have won that or something, but it's okay. There was also a player in the draft named Rashad Jones. I don't know if you guys saw that. I think it would have been spelled differently, but that's still kind of funny. We actually don't have any, skill upgrades for Derek Carr. I thought he'd get at least 1. Devontae Freeman has 1. Amari Cooper has 3. Sanchez Matthews has 8. How did he get so many? He's going to be a great player. Allen Robinson has 2. Ali Marpet 2. Quentin Nelson 2. Colton Miller 2. Lincoln Bach has 2. Carl Joseph has 3. Tier Whitehead 1. Ryan Shazier 1 or 2. My bad. And Larimore has 6. Hollowell has 3. Okay, this is nice to see. Let me spend all these. This is the newly upgraded team. A lot of players actually went up really well. Matthews is up to an 88 overall, looking very good there in the slot. Lakenbach went up to an 82. Quentin Nelson went up a little bit. Colton Miller went up to an 80. I think Allen Robinson went up to a 92. Amari Cooper's a 93 now. This team's looking good. 95 offense, 97 defense, by the way. Larimore went up to an 89 overall. Hollowell went up to an 83 overall. This team is really, really good. Let's see who we have to take on. I don't really care who it is. We're gonna win, okay? It's the Texans. We are destroying the Texans. It's not gonna be close. We're gonna get a first playoff win. We actually did. That's pretty cool. Now we have to take on the Chiefs. I'm gonna go straight to the Super Bowl, and hopefully we are in it. Let's see. We are in it against the Eagles. Okay, let me check out the scores of those games. Also, just to show you guys that I did not cheat. We have to take down the Eagles. I really hope we can. 21-19 against the Texans, a 2-point game. That was super close. 24-20 against the Chiefs. That was very close as well. Only 4 points. Let's check out the Eagles overall and how they compare to us, because we are currently a 92 overall. I could use these skill points. I'm going to let it go until the next season. Let's play the full game. Obviously, I'm not actually going to play it. We are both a 92 overall. Let's see if we can win. The score is 20-17. It's actually 24-20. Right when I started the talk, the Eagles scored 31-20. I don't think we're going to be able to win this one. 31-23, and we lose by a score of 31-23. 8-point game, very close Super Bowl here against the Eagles. Maybe we can be back here next year. That would be nice. Nice little presentation there. I'm about it. Let's check out the stats, though. Derek Carr, 313 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Not bad. Carson Wentz, 276 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. I don't know. I think Carson Wentz may have played a bit better. Yeah, probably. Jay Ajayi, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns, but Devontae Freeman, 14 carries, 137 yards, 1 touchdown, averaging nearly 10 yards a carry. Allen Robinson, 9 catches, 73 yards, 0 touchdowns. Nelson Aguilar, over 100 yards with a touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 6 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown. He had a great game. Nigel Bradham had 14 tackles. Jordan Hicks had 12. Ryan Shazier had 10. 2 tackles for loss from Michael Brockers. 1.5 sacks from Derek Barnett and Michael Bennett. 1 from Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham. And then none from our team. Okay. How did Khalil Mack not get a sack? Malcolm Jenkins had 1 pick, as did Rashawn Melvin. I am in free agency here, but we actually have negative cap room, so I can't bring anyone in. I just want to show you who's here. Kendall Fuller, he's up to a 96 overall. It would have been sick to go after, but I can't do that. DeForest Buckner would have been cool. Derrick Henry, Matthew Ioannidis, Devin McCourty, Cameron Meredith, Jalen Mills. A bunch of really cool players here, but I can't go after any of them because I have no money. I'm okay with it, though, because I have a very good team. I'm perfectly fine with, honestly, the team I have. But I just wanted to show you guys, some of the free agents here. A lot of really cool guys. My first pick in this draft is in the 4th round. So that's interesting. There's a first-round talent player still there. I'll take him if he's still there after this pick. But I'm going to go with Ellis Jeffers here. Because why not? He actually looks pretty decent. He's a 76 overall with normal development. And it actually told me where I drafted this guy. I think that's actually where I did. He's ranked 44th. We took him at 127. That was a good pick. This guy's still here. That guy's probably horrible. I said I was going to take him, but I really didn't think he'd still be there. When are you supposed to go? Late 6th rounder? Okay, I'm going to take you now, and then I'll take that guy if he's actually still there. Cedric Hood, 75 overall. That was also another very good pick. He's ranked 67th. We did not take him at number 1. That's pretty obvious. Yeah, he's a pretty good player, too. This cornerback is still there. I just need to see what he's all about. 67 overall. Okay, there we go. He's horrible. I just needed to know why nobody was taking him. That's interesting that, there's a player like that in this draft. I really just wanted another cornerback, and this is the best one I could get. So Rashawn Melvin, a first-rounder, and Derek Carrier for Ken Crawley. That is going to be the only trade I make this season. I think this team is plenty good enough. I definitely think they can make it back to the playoffs. Nothing is different on the offensive side, from last season. And then the only thing different on the defensive side is that Ken Crawley is now the number 2 cornerback, and I think he is going to help a lot. So let's send him to the end of the year, and I'll let you know what the record's all about. We got another first-round bye. That's exactly how I wanted to end this rebuild. 10-6. The Chargers went 9-7. The Chiefs 8-8, and the Broncos 4-12. Let's check out the team schedule, though. 2-2 in the preseason. Won the opening 2 games, lost to the Dolphins, beat the Buccaneers and the Bengals, lost to the Chiefs, won 3 in a row, lost to the Falcons and the Saints, destroyed the Jets, we shut them out, lost to the Chargers, beat the Patriots, lost to the Broncos, and then beat the Chargers. So let's check out the stats. Ezekiel Elliott wins MVP. That's pretty cool. Derek Carr, 3,921 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 picks. I saw the 7 over here, and I went to go say 37. That's probably his best season yet. That's a very good one for him. 1,469 yards for Devontae Freeman with 15 touchdowns. He is ridiculous. Heath Shaw had 4 touchdowns, 0 fumbles. Receiving, Amari Cooper is the only receiver to get over 1,000 yards, but he had 8 touchdowns. Allen Robinson, 6. Wyatt Linkenbach had 5. And Sanchez Matthews had 6. That's a pretty good season for Matthews down there as well. 13 sacks led up from Rodney Hudson's probably his best season, at left tackle. 161 tackles from Ryan Shazier. That is a ton. 14 tackles for loss for Khalil Mack. But he had 18.5 sacks too. 7 from Daniel Hunter is not bad either. Interceptions, 3 from Ali Hollowell. Right? Yeah, Hollowell is your last name. 2 from Ryan Shazier, Marvin Larimore, Carl Joseph, Trey Boston, and William Jackson. Secondary played very well this season. Oh, I accidentally went on safeties. We actually did not get one. Any touchdowns, though? We did not. So Trey Boston, loses his streak of touchdowns. We were 9th in the NFL on offense, which is not bad. And then our defensive rank was 3rd. All right, I'm about it. Ezekiel Elliott, though, does win MVP. Deshaun Watson comes in 2nd. Devontae Freeman, though, comes in 7th. I'm sure an AFC Offensive Player of the Year that, I'm sure Devontae Freeman, there he is. And Derek Carr are in it. There he is down there, too. Number 7. Okay. Couldn't get my words out there for a second. But Ryan Shazier wins Defensive Player of the Year. That's pretty awesome. Khalil Mack comes in 5th for that. Offensive Rookie of the Year, there's no chance I have anybody in this. Defensive Rookie of the Year, again, no chance. Best quarterback goes to Baker Mayfield. Derek Carr, though, comes in 3rd. Best running back goes to Le'Veon Bell. Devontae Freeman comes in 2nd, though. Best wide receiver goes to Keenan Allen. Amari Cooper is in the list there at number 7. Best offensive lineman goes to Joel Bitonio, but Quentin Nelson comes in 2nd. Anybody else from the Raiders? Rodney Hudson's in there at number 6. Kalichi Osemele and Ali Marpet round off the list at number 9 and 10. Myles Garrett wins best defensive lineman. Khalil Mack comes in 2nd, though. Nobody else from the Raiders. Best linebacker goes to Ryan Shazier. He should have a lot of experience to, to use off of those experience points. Best defensive back goes to Jamal Adams. He's a 97 overall. Tavon Young is at number 2. Those guys are both on the Jets. Jeez. What's the Jets record? 9-7. Okay. Anybody from the Raiders? I wasn't even really looking. I don't think so. Best kicker, Cody Parkey. He's on the Steelers now. Anybody from the Raiders? Giorgio Tavecchio makes it at number 9. Okay. Let's check out the experience. I'm sure we have a bunch going around. I just realized I don't think I spent my Coach XP this year, but it's not the end of the world. We got 2 from a bunch of players here on offense. What about Matthews? He has 4. That's nice. He should go up pretty well again. And then here on the defense, only 2 from Ryan Shazier. We got 4 from Larimore, though. Hollowell has 3. Not bad. I'll spend this quick. This is the team, heading into this year's playoffs. We have a 99 rated defense, a 97 rated offense. But somehow we're a 94 overall. I don't know. The offense looks really good. A lot of players are confident. Some players went up really well. Matthews is up to a 93 overall. That guy was so good. And then here on the defense, Larimore's a 94 overall. Hollowell's an 86 overall. This team developed really, really well. Even Trey Boston's up to an 88. He's good. Carl Joseph is a 92. This team's very good. I'm glad that this one turned out well because, it's the first rebuild I'm going to have this year. But we have to take on the Jets, the 9-7 Jets. I just kind of want to check out the overalls really fast. They're an 84. We are a 94. If we lose this game, I'm going back to Madden 18. No, that's not true. But let's see what happens. Let's advance the week here. Hopefully we come away with a W. We did take down the Jets. Let's go straight to the Super Bowl, and let's see if we are back in that game once again. We are, and we have to take on the 13-2-1 Rams. Let me show you guys the schedule, though, just to check out the scores and all that good stuff. How did we play against the Jets? 28-13, played very well against them, and then 27-13 against the Chargers. 2 fairly identical games. Now let's get into this one against the Rams. I just want to let you guys know of the overalls. We are in 94, and the Rams are in 91, so we have the overall advantage. We should come away with a victory. It's 31-14 in this game. We're kind of getting destroyed here. 31-21, maybe we can make a rally. I highly doubt it, though. 31-28, we lose by 3. So last year in the Super Bowl, we lost, 31-23? I think we lost by 8. And then this year, we lose by 3. But it's okay. I still think this rebuild was a pretty successful one. We've at least made it to the, the big game 2 years in a row. And we made the playoffs the first season as well. So thank you guys very much for watching the first rebuild, on my channel of Madden 19. Expect another one out pretty soon. I want to try to pump these out, pretty soon after one another. I'm sure you guys all kind of want to watch them. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.